Breaking news here on SportsCenter. We have an update. Women's soccer goalie Hope Solo has been suspended for 6 months for what U.S. Soccer termed conduct, quote, counter to the organization's principles. The suspension is effective immediately. Solo, you might remember, called Sweden during the Olympics a bunch of cowards after the Swedes beat the U.S. on penalty kicks in the quarterfinals, and she was upset with the style of play during regulation play. Solo had this statement earlier tonight, quote, for 17 years, I dedicated my life to the U.S. women's national team and did the job of a pro athlete the only way I knew how, with passion, tenacity, and unrelenting commitment to be the best goalkeeper in the world, not just for my country, but to elevate the sport for the next generation of female athletes. In those commitments, I have never wavered. And with so much more to give, I am saddened by the Federation's decision to terminate my contract. I could not be the player I am without being the person I am, even when I haven't made the best choices or said the right things. My entire career, I've only wanted the best for this team, for the players and the women's game, and I will continue to pursue these causes with the same unrelenting passion with which I play the game, end quote. For more on what this means, here's soccer analyst and former teammate of Hope Solo.
It's more symbolic than it is substantive because she's still playing in the league. They have already scheduled 2 games in September for post-Olympic play. There's rumors there's a few more games in there, but there's no big victory tour, of course, because they didn't win the Olympics. And so she comes back in February having not missed anything. The big question will be, having not missed anything on the national team side, the big question will be, what does Coach Jill Ellis do in 6 months? Does she say, look, it's time to move on and find a new keeper, and it's no secret that there's some negative team chemistry issues with Hope Solo on the team and obviously a lot of distractions. One U.S. soccer representative said to me, the biggest story, there's only one guy at the Olympics that created more bad publicity than Hope Solo. And so do they want to continue that for another 3-year cycle? Do they want to stay with her at 35 years old? And they could make the argument, Jill Ellis could say that it's time for me to move on and get a new keeper. And so that's going to be the interesting period, is in 6 months' time, what do they decide for her in terms of her long-term future? And she actually came out with a statement today, Doug, saying, look, I'm going to fight this.
That was Julie Foudy earlier today on SportsCenter. And you might remember last year in 2015, Solo was previously suspended for 30 days for her conduct after a training camp incident. She will not be eligible for selection to the national team until February. And for more on the U.S. women's soccer team, check out ESPNW.com.
Blocked away. Not for a lack of effort. Fish in the middle. Fish. Cool. Facial. Corey Brewer. So Fish was worried about jumping outside of the arc. Brewer didn't know he was there. A poster.
We play that every time we can.
Matt Barnes on set. Look at the challenge. I mean, leave Derek Fisher alone. Man. Lord.
If you hadn't figured it out, that, of course, was Corey Brewer. And this, of course, is Corey Brewer. And, yes, that was, I think we played it the last time.
Yeah, we played that a lot.
It's like your calling card. It's not a bad one to have.
Pretty sweet.
This is an amazing segue. Since you play for the Rockets now, we want to get into some comments your teammate Patrick Beverly made recently. Here we go. When asked about what he expects from James Harden and the rest of your team this season, quote, MVP and leading us to the finals. Simple. I mean, it is. It's simple. Is it realistic? That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, man. I think it can be realistic. It can be realistic if we play to our potential.
That means no. I mean, look, that is a teammate. Man. Wait, let me translate. Teammate saying hell no, but he has to say something because he's on TV. Can you give us the truth?
Which part? There are 2 parts of that.
You know,
we got a new team, so you know. You can't just make
those experiments when you go on those camping trips.
Start the season first.
Yeah,
and they want you to fall back and your teammates catch you and
the
stuff.
trust game.
That sounds like I'm going to let you fall and hit the ground, man. It's like, come on now.
I'm with my guy. James could be MVP. With Coach D'Antoni's system, you know, the way we play, we're gonna get him up.
Let me ask you, what's more realistic? You guys go to the finals. James Harden is the MVP.
James, right now, James MVP.
Okay.
Just because we hadn't played a game yet with the new team. So
that's actually a fact.
James MVP.
Yeah, I mean, you get excited when you got D'Antoni as a coach because offensively, you know he's going to heighten whatever you have done. You're going to do it better. And James Harden, this is what's crazy. We know he's a scorer, but do you know last year this dude had the highest assist percentage for all shooting guards and the highest assist per game? Like, We know he hogs the ball, but when he doesn't, he actually passes it to somebody who makes a shot.
He's not
Pretty good,
winning MVP as long as all that footage of him not playing defense exists in the universe.
But it's our children.
Steph Curry
he's got to show. No. There's nothing that embarrassing, that consistent on Steph Curry as it is on James Harden.
That's Kyrie Irving.
I'm not going to ask you to comment on that, but you are a great defensive
How
player.
dare you do
and it
so
must
mean.
be a little exhausting to have to see what I'm talking about. See what I'm seeing.
What'd you do, Corey? Y'all tie the shoes together?
Oh, Lord. I think this year he's going to play better defense.
That is the best answer.
We're going to let the past be in the past. Hey, it's the future Rockets, man. James is going to play defense.
Let's raise one up to the future Rockets. I like it.
Yeah.
This was only our way of just killing a little time, because you know what's next. We're talking James Harden. What in the world is that? The Adidas Harden 1 triple black surfaced online yesterday on Twitter, and yes, Twitter had fun. James Harden really makes sneakers for Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. 7 out of 8 geriatric orthopedists recommend the new James Harden shoe to their pages. These are, okay, so my take was, like, whenever you're watching a cartoon and they're on a fishing boat and they reel in a shoe from the ocean and it, like, looks like a cartoon junkie shoe. That's what that looks like, right?
I can't even take over my guy. That's an ugly shoe.
There you go. There you go. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. It's an ugly shoe. Thank you, Corey.
But I think it might just be the prototype or something.
The prototype.
Yeah,
But that's where you start, and I
colors.
hate to see where you end up. That shoe looks like Jordan's shoe and Hush Puppies and Timberland had an ugly baby. That's what that looks like.
And sass.
No.
Remember sass?
The one that made me laugh out loud, somebody on the internet said about these shoes. He said that these shoes, what they look like, that you make prison wine in them.
Come on, man.
How you gonna get
I think
prison wine?
it's gonna look a lot better when it comes out.
No,
Are you gonna wear it? Are you gonna wear it?
Yeah, what happens if he asks you
I'm
to?
an Adidas guy, so.
Oh, is that your out?
Oh,
Is that your
yeah,
out?
you lucky.
I'm an Adidas guy, so.
Those
Those
are
are Adidas.
Yeah,
Adidas.
that's what I'm saying. So I might have to wear those.
Okay, so now here's
Those are beautiful shoes.
the million-dollar question. If you had to wear one or the other, just don't even worry about who your teammate is. Which one are you wearing, the Curry or the Harden? I mean,
I'm gonna wear the Harden.
No, you're
You
not.
can hide the black ones.
Hide them with what?
They're black, so you know.
Yeah, they can blend in,
Yeah, they don't
baby.
pay them attention.
they look like they have Tom Cruise lifts in them. Like they're like little tennis shoes.
Oh.
Right?
You
Oh,
wanna
like
be,
we don't know Tom Cruise wears lifts.
Yeah, right.
Everybody knows that.
You want to be a janitor or you want to be a cook? Like,
Steph Curry shoes looks functional to me. Like if you're a nurse, you would buy those shoes and work with those. I'm not quite sure what you would do with James Harden shoes.
If you're a janitor, you'll wear the James. Non-slip.
Okay.
I feel like this is not the marketing that Under Armour and Adidas are looking for.
and they sold out of all the Steph Currys,
They really
which is
did.
amazing. So maybe James Harden's
There's
on
a
the
lot
same
of people
path.
in California.
Stop
I'm
it.
just saying.
I'm glad you were honest. But, LZ, apparently you have is this one of those Jeff Bridges series questions?
Yeah,
No,
please
this
don't.
is not one of my Jeff
Okay.
Bridges series.
We're timing you too. Also, it takes forever with your questions.
So, your former teammates from Florida, Al Horford, Joakim Noah, both ended up on new teams this season. My question to you is, who has the better situation?
Ooh. Probably going into it, it's got to be Al, just because Boston had a good year last year.
Yeah.
They got some great pieces. Joakim's situation is different, just because, D Rose is going there, and, Porzingis is young, but, they still have Melo, but it's just two different situations. Because the Knicks have a chance to be good, but Boston's already good.
Now, what about? There's two questions. One is, what's wrong with Joakim Noah, like in terms of the health? Is he going to be able to respond, or is this something that this seems like he's going down the hill?
No, I think he's healthy. He's been working out all summer. I just talked to him the other day, actually. I think this is going to be a big year for him. If he can stay healthy, he's going to have a great year. And he's back in New York. He's a New York guy.
I mean,
so
he's gotta be happy.
He's going to play. He's going to play with all his heart.
Now, who's had a better career of those two?
Wow.
And I'm going all in. You're here.
Good
You're
Lord.
here. You said James Harden's shoes ugly. I know you ain't scared. I know you're not scared to answer.
Nah, man, they both had.
Oh, no.
They both pretty. One is prettier.
They both been in the playoffs.
I'm going to tell you.
fair.
I'm going to tell you.
They both
Joakim
all-stars.
Noah.
Yeah. Both
Joakim
been
Noah.
all-stars.
I'll tell you who had a better career. Joakim Noah. There you go.
You think so?
I said it.
Yeah, I
You
don't know
pause it?
about that one. That is a tight one, so I
It's a
get
tight
why.
race because Al's been an all-star.
Corey, you weren't scared.
Defensive player
And
of
I
the
like that. Will you
There
just
you
leave him
go.
alone about trying to pick
First
favorites?
team All-NBA.
I'm with both of them, so
Yeah.
for me, it's both my guys. Go Gators.
There it is.
All right.
With
Check
a
your
smile.
phone, boy. They're blowing you up right now.
I know. Well, you better answer the right way. Thank you, by the way, and thanks for ripping the shoe with us because that was fun. Before we go to break, some late night sound from Seth Meyers talking about another Gator, Tim Tebow.
You know it.
Next week, former NFL quarterback Tim Tebow will hold a workout in Los Angeles to try to impress scouts from Major League Baseball. Pretty ambitious for a guy who's never even gotten to second base.